everyone, in today's practice we're going to take an opportunity to check in with ourselves. I do recommend having a block nearby or using a hardback book. That'll work as well. And then my second recommendation is to grab a blanket or a pillow if you have sensitive knees or if you'll just feel good when we're taking different postures from a tabletop position. Now whenever you're ready, go ahead and join me in a comfortable seated position, whatever that might look like for you. And I invite you to either close your eyes or to just pick a spot on the floor that you can focus on. And we'll take an opportunity here to take some deep breaths. So taking an inhale, and then exhale, releasing it out. Inhale. And then go ahead and exhale out. Last time, taking one great big inhale. And exhaling it out. And from here, I invite you to just take a moment to find stillness. Maybe notice how you're feeling or where you're holding any tension in the body. Taking a moment to answer honestly and truthfully for yourself. How are you doing? Something that we're asked often throughout our days, but we don't always have the opportunity to answer honestly. So taking a moment to answer that for yourself. And from here, we'll take one more great big inhale. And on the exhale, just take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. This is your why. Why did you want to get on the mat today? What are you hoping to get out of this time together? My intention for you all is that just take a moment to check in, but go ahead and decide whatever that intention is for yourself. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and start getting warmed up here. I invite you to place the hands on the top of the thighs or knees, maybe beside you if that feels better, and we'll just start by taking some torso circles, going over to one side. Now, as we're moving throughout our practice today, please remember that I'm merely a guide, but you know your body best, so listen to what your body may need. I'll be offering different modifications and options as we go. And then go ahead and go over to the other side. Starting to connect our breath with the movement. You may ask, what the heck does that mean? So maybe as you're coming forward, you inhale, and as you lean back, you exhale. You decide what feels good for you. And let's switch directions one more time. And other side. Great. From here, I invite you to take some seated cat and cows. So we'll inhale, poking the chest up, looking up to the ceiling. And then exhale, rounding our spine, bringing the chin to chest. Go ahead and take about 3 of these at your own pace. And then we'll go ahead and meet back up together. Maybe taking one more together, taking an inhale, poke the chest out. And on the exhale, we're taking cat, rounding the spine, chin to chest. I invite you to return back to a neutral position. Inhaling, bringing the arms up, and on the exhale, we're taking a side bend. So maybe you bring the forearm down to the ground, or you can always keep the hand. Using that hand to push off of the mat, creating some space between that shoulder and the ear, not slouching down into it. Taking an inhale, and on the exhale, we'll draw a great big circle in front of us, making our way to the other side. Either forearm or hand comes to the mat, creating space here. Taking an inhale, and on the exhale, arms coming back to center. This time we're taking a twist, opening up to the right side. Right hand comes to the earth, left hand to the top of the knee, and we're looking over that right shoulder. Really using that back hand to support yourself and lift up through your chest. Remembering to breathe here. Maybe you take an inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, we'll return to center and we're opening up to the left side. Left hand comes to the earth, right hand to the top of the knee, looking over that left shoulder. If this twist is super intense, you can always bring both of your hands over to the knee, over to the side, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. Taking an inhale, and on the exhale, we'll slowly return back to neutral position. I invite you to join me in a tabletop position. This is where it might be a great time to go ahead and grab a pillow or a blanket if the knees are uncomfortable. And from here, we're coming into a tabletop position, putting our knees underneath our hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Now, for some people, it may feel good to keep your hands going forward. For others, it might feel comfortable if your hands naturally turn out a little bit. Same thing with our feet. For some folks, might feel good if you keep the tops of your feet down on the mat. For others, it might feel good to tuck your toes. So you decide which one feels good for you. And from here, we'll just take some cat and cows. Again, so we're inhale, dropping the belly, looking up. And then we exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly. And exhale, rounding the spine. Maybe taking one more for cow. And one more cat. And then returning to a neutral position when you're ready. From here, we'll take a little bit of a twist. So left hand stays down on the earth. Right arm opens up to the sky. Breathing here, taking an inhale. And on the exhale, right hand comes back down. This time you're opening up to the left side. Remembering to breathe. Taking 2 breaths on your own to this side. And when you're ready, go ahead and plant that hand back down. From here, we will take puppy pose. So go ahead and send the hips up to the sky and then walk the hands forward here. Let me show you a couple of options. You can bring a block underneath your head here, bringing the chest down if that feels comfortable. You can also bring a block underneath the chest. You've got options. So, decide which one feels good for you, walking those hands out. Head can come down to the mat, feeling a stretch in the upper back. Taking an inhale, and then exhaling it out. One more inhale, and on the exhale, you can either come back to that tabletop position or untuck the toes, sending the hips up to down dog. Pedaling that dog out here, if you're taking this option, resembling an upside down V, we're looking back at our toes. And from here, you've got an option to lift up the right heel to the ceiling, taking 3-leg dog, then slowly hug the knee in, bringing the foot in between the hands, and then slowly dropping that back knee. If 3-leg dog doesn't feel good to you, go ahead and move from that tabletop position into a low lunge. Option to untuck the toes here, And if having your hands down on the mat is uncomfortable, feel free to use those blocks. From here, I invite you to inhale, lifting the arms up, chest is lifted here. And then on the exhale, drawing the hands down like a goalpost for cactus. Inhale, straightening the arms. And then exhale, drawing the hands down for cactus. Taking maybe just one more. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, drawing them down. And when you're ready, placing the hands back down. Option to return back to that tabletop position, or you can take a down dog. From here, option to lift up that left heel, hugging in the knee, placing the foot in between the hands in a low lunge. When you're ready, go ahead and drop that back knee, making your way into a low lunge. Option to untuck the back toes if it feels good. We inhale, lifting the arms up, chest is up. And exhale, drawing the hands down. You know the drill. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, drawing them down. One more, inhale the arms up. And exhale, drawing the hands into cobra. Hands come down. Slowly bringing that left foot back in to a tabletop position here. And then we'll slowly make our way onto our bellies, pressing up into cobra, lifting up the upper chest. Taking an inhale. And again on the exhale, option for down dog, or perhaps you go back to that tabletop position. And when you're ready, we'll walk the feet up to the hands, taking a standing forward fold. Feel free to bend the knees as much as you need to make this feel comfortable. Now from here, I invite you to walk the feet out maybe a little bit wider than your hips, and then just grasp your opposite elbow for ragdoll pose. Perhaps you slowly sway side to side. Maybe you shake the head yes, or shake the head no. When you're ready, returning back to that forward fold, maybe walking the feet in just a little bit. Hands can come to the hips. We inhale as we slowly roll up to the top. Super, super, super slow here. From here, we're moving to warrior one. So that right foot plants down and we step back with the left foot. The back toes are at a 45-degree angle. From here, we inhale the arms up and exhale, drawing down the cactus. Inhale the arms up and exhale, drawing down the cactus. Last one, inhaling the arms up. This time we're opening up to warrior two, looking over the left hand and sinking in with that front leg here. From the warrior two position, we flip the right hand up, slide the left hand down the leg for reverse warrior. Taking an inhale, and on the exhale, coming back to that warrior two, this time shifting on the back foot here. And we're clasping the hands behind us, opening up the chest. If this is super uncomfortable, feel free to walk the toes in just a little bit, that back foot. Or you could also send your hands behind you instead of clasping them. If you're super flexible in the shoulders, feel free to tilt at the hips here for humble warrior. If not, you can stay right here with me. Taking an inhale, and on the exhale, slowly releasing the hands. We'll open up wide leg on our mats, and then we'll make our way into warrior one on the opposite side. So that left foot plants here, right toes back at a 45-degree angle. From here, we inhale, arms up. Warrior one. Exhale for cactus. Inhale as we extend the arms. Exhale as we draw back for cactus. This time, we inhale the arms up, and then we're opening up to warrior two, this time looking over the right hand, and then feel free to sink a little bit deeper in that front leg here. From here, we flip the top hand, that left hand, and then we're tilting backwards here, reverse warrior. Taking an inhale, and on the exhale, slowly returning back to warrior two, and feel free to turn back into a high lunge. Maybe you shift the feet forward a little bit, making your way back into warrior one, and clasping the hands behind you if it feels good. If it doesn't, hands can just send them backwards here, getting a chest opener. If you're super flexy, maybe you hinge at the hips, going forward for humble warrior. If not, you can stay right here with me. Taking an inhale, and on the exhale, super slowly releasing the arms, back up to warrior one. From here, we're exhale, stepping forward, taking another forward fold. Taking a moment here, bringing the hands to the hips, and then we slowly, slowly, slowly rise up. And then go ahead and join me coming into a wide leg stance on your mat here. Now, again, if you have a block, feel free to use it. If you don't have a block, that's okay. We're gonna take a variation of triangle pose. Now, sending the arms out into a T. We're leaning over, 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 and then tilting down, either bringing the hand to a block, to our shin, or you can bring it just in the inside of your ankle. And then go ahead and bring your left hand on the hip here. Taking an inhale, hand, exhale it out. One more inhale. And on the exhale, we'll come into a wide leg forward fold. Hands come to the hips, slowly rolling up, and we'll take that triangle variation on the other side. Arms come into a T, we lean over, 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 finally down. Hand comes either to a block, the shin or the ankle. Hand can stay up or on the hip here. Taking an inhale, and exhale it out. One more inhale, and on the exhale, we're taking a forward fold again. This time, the right hand stays planted and the left arm opens up to the ceiling, taking a twist. And then go ahead and return the left hand back down. Right arm comes to the ceiling, taking a twist here. Taking an inhale. And on the exhale, coming back to that forward fold. And then feel free to step the feet together, taking a forward fold. And then slowly making your way back into a tabletop position. And we'll take child's pose. Sending the knees out as wide as you need to. Walking the hands either forward, or you can have them beside you, or hands underneath the head if that feels good. Taking a moment to find stillness here. And when you're ready, pressing back up into that tabletop position, swinging the legs around to make our way onto our butts. From here, I invite you to bring the soles of the feet onto the mat, and then cross your right ankle over the left thigh here, and slowly walking the hands out behind you if it feels good. If this isn't comfortable, feel free to stretch out that left foot, and you can still bring that figure four position, or feel free to bring it on the inside of your thigh. You have options here. Remembering to breathe, taking 2 breaths here. And then if you took that foot up option, go ahead and slowly extend that left leg out, and we'll switch sides here. Right ankle crosses over the left thigh. You can either stay right here or bring the right sole of the foot onto the earth and slowly walking the hands back. Maybe your eyes go up to the ceiling if it feels good. Taking an inhale. And exhale it out. One more breath on your own. And when you're ready, extending that right leg out. And I invite you to slowly make your way onto your back here. Either keeping the soles of the feet on the earth, or you could bring the soles of the feet together and let the legs just kind of collapse out to the side and recline bound angle. From here, I invite you to bring one hand to the belly and one to the chest if it feels good. If not, take a hand variation that feels good to you. Maybe the hands come overhead, or you grasp your opposite elbows with the hands over your head. Whatever feels good for you. And from here, we'll take a 3-part breath. So go ahead and take a great big inhale as the breath travels up through the belly, ribs, and chest. And then exhale, slowly releasing from the chest, ribs, and belly. Taking one more like that, inhaling, great big inhale through the belly, ribs, and chest. And then exhale, releasing it slowly through the chest, ribs, and belly. And from here, we'll take a moment just to say some affirmations to ourselves. So on the inhale, we'll imagine or say to ourselves, I am. And on the exhale, we say loved. On the inhale, we say I am to ourselves. And on the exhale, worthy. On the inhale, say I am. And on the exhale, deserving of rest. And this time, we'll inhale, saying I am, but on the exhale, take a moment to say whatever affirmation you need to hear right now. Taking a few more moments of stillness here. And when you're ready, you can extend the legs out long, taking Shavasana with the legs straightened, with the soles of the feet on the ground, or feel free to take Shavasana and a seated pose if it feels better or more comfortable for you. Deciding which way you're going to take this final resting posture. And when you're ready, give yourself permission to rest. You can stay in this final resting state longer. I invite you to do so, but if you need to get going with your day, go ahead and just Begin wiggling the fingers and toes, waking up the body a little bit. And if you took Shavasana laying down, whenever you feel ready, go ahead and roll onto your side and bring the knees up as if you're in the fetal position. Taking one more moment of stillness. And when you're ready, using the hands to press off of the earth and make your way back into a comfortable seated position. Once you arrive in that comfortable seated position, I invite you to inhale, bringing the hands to meet at the top, and exhale, bringing the hands down to heart center, taking a moment to express gratitude to yourself for taking an opportunity just to check in. Taking one more inhale, and on the exhale, go ahead and rain the hands down. As always, thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I hope that you take whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself, whether that's hopping in the shower, cooking a good meal, having a beverage of choice that feels good for you. Do what you gotta do to take care of yourself.